guys, welcome back. This is a bit of a different video. This is a video that me and my husband have been kind of stalling and putting out because we wanted to get all of the information. But well, let's get right into it. So recently YouTube was fined by the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, which is a government entity from the US that protects the rights of consumers, for the COPPA law, which is a law which protects children online, which basically says that a website cannot, without the parental consent, gather microdata or like the kind of
information
basically from children. And well, YouTube got caught red-handed, of course.
fined 170 million, by the way.
Yeah, they got fined very heavily. And so as a result of that, they kind of kicked the ball down the road to the creators. And as a result, because of this law and their conditions that they made with YouTube, now because YouTube broke the law, and I will go on to explain this better, but because YouTube broke the law, now the creators are going to be held liable for what YouTube did wrong, for YouTube's own practices. YouTube is basically telling the creators, we don't care, you don't mean anything, basically. And it's really just kind of a kick in the stomach, right? I mean, me and my husband have been working for a while on these channels, and I don't know, I've always felt like yeah, it's hard, but we'll get there eventually. But I just see that YouTube is like constantly putting that extra hoop, that extra punch to the face lately. Now, that's not to mean that... What?
Tell them what the problem is.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked.
Okay.
Because it pisses me off, guys. But well, so YouTube, as a result of this
Violation
with the FTC, in a promise that they made with the FTC,
an agreement,
they now have an option of
what you said before, that YouTube now gives responsibility to the user, makes the user liable, the content creators, to be liable and possibly fined $42,350 if they commit a violation per video.
So to avoid getting this massive fine that COSAS just said, the only options they really give you is for you to mark whether your video is for kids or if it's for adults. You also have the option to mark if your channel itself is for adults or kids. The only thing is that if you mark your channel for kids, it means at least this is on the channel level. It means no community, right? That no subscribe, no bell either.
Not subscribe, I'm not sure, but you won't get notifications. I mean, if they declare your channel that is for kids, yeah, you're screwed completely.
Yeah.
But if in the case of the videos, those videos, the subscribers won't get notifications for those videos. There won't be likes and dislikes, comments, recommended,
the end cards at the end of the video for people to watch more of your videos, it won't be there.
Mm-hmm.
It basically kills the video.
Also, it won't be searchable.
Yeah.
The only way to find it will be
having the link.
Or going manually to the channel and browsing between the videos that you have.
Yeah. It will essentially kill the shelf life of the video.
And one more thing. They find YouTube for gathering information, but that information that YouTube gathers is for the personalized ads, for the directed ads.
Yeah.
So the kids videos, the videos they made like for kids, won't have personalized ads, which means that also the income will decrease between a 60 and a 90%. Yeah.
And well, I mean, it's always nice to get money, right? But that's, I mean, how can I say, that's not the reason we made this channel.
We still don't make practically any money.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We don't make any money we haven't gotten a single dollar from YouTube yet. And we do the videos because we enjoy them. We want to share the things we love with people who are like us, right? But well, let's go back to what we were saying. So by marking your video as for kids, you essentially kill your video. But if you don't mark it for kids, and if YouTube or the FTC finds you, you can risk channel deletion. You can risk a lawsuit. You can risk, what was it,
42,550 or around dollars
per video, per infraction.
Yeah.
And whereas I can maybe think, like for example, I can maybe think a statue of Batman is not for a kid because it's breakable. It doesn't have bendable joints. It's for to stand on a shelf and look pretty.
It's not a toy.
It's not a toy. It's a statue. It's a collectible for an adult. I can think that, but who's to say that the old little old lady in the U.S. sitting in a Windows 95 cubicle will think the same?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Because also the guidelines that they give you
are very vague.
The rules are very vague, to the point to be almost unconstitutional to be such how can I say it? Such an unclear law, right?
Yeah, that's what, because we've been searching for videos and things, and one of the lawyers that we found discussing this issue said that, like, it's kind of unconstitutional because they don't tell you exactly what it is you're supposed to do.
They tell you, for example, they say...
No sing-alongs, no children's poetry, no education aimed at very young children.
But also they say sports, video games, toys, and I mean also there are toys for different ages.
Yeah.
But they give general terms and not enough detail.
Yeah, and maybe what I can think is not a toy for a child can still be interesting for a child. But the thing is that if you go into my statistics, and even in the statistics of my husband's channel, there's like no viewers between the 13 and 17-year-old range. And most of our people who watch this channel and my husband's are anywhere between like 25 and like
40 something.
40 some. That's at my biggest group, and I think his too.
Yeah.
And I still have to wonder, do I mark my V for Vendetta figure as for kids? Because, yes, technically speaking, it's a figure, right? But it's from a character that's in an adult comic, that's in a movie that's for adults. But a little old lady might see it and think, no, that's for kids.
Yeah. Because it's too general.
Exactly. And if you're wrong, is 42, what is it, billion dollars?
No, 42,000. But also, what is worse, in my opinion, is that YouTube made YouTube Kids for that reason, and it's very clear in the term of service that if you are 13 or younger, you can have an account on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Everybody should read that. Obviously, not everybody does it. But they proved that YouTube knows that kids bypass that, lies about their age, or just get their parents' computer, tablet, or whatever, and watches the regular YouTube.
Yeah.
And YouTube knows that, and that's why they direct personalized ads to them, and that's why you will have infant toys, right?
Yeah.
Advertisements, because they target our audience.
Yeah.
And they even know if there is a kid using their parents' account.
Yeah.
So YouTube breaks the law, but they end up putting you in danger.
Yeah.
And yes, it's terrible. And no, but this is what I mean. That even when maybe, because if you want to have an idea of your audience, you can see it on your statistics.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that there won't be kids watching you that lie about their age.
Of course.
And also another problem is that they take away the responsibility from their parents.
Yeah.
Instead of making the parents responsible, they make you responsible. They make us responsible for the lack of parental guiding, right?
Yeah, parental guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, for me at least, it's a law that does more harm than good.
That it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It's a law that was made when, honey?
In the 98.
The internet has changed so much since 98.
Yeah.
We're in a different moment.
YouTube didn't exist then.
Exactly.
It's a law that is revised every 10 years, but also for the lobbying of different pressure groups of concerned mothers that have nothing to do with their lives. It was revised earlier this time, and they fined YouTube big time, and YouTube, apparently in panic mode, said, okay, take all content creators, right?
Yeah.
Punish them.
And it's like, what am I being punished for? Putting out content.
And can I say something else? I'm sorry, right?
No, go ahead.
But what is even worse is that not only they are going to kill the legit kids content now,
Obviously.
because obviously there are bad channels. There are channels that exploit children that
Yeah.
maybe they want to get rid of that. Okay, I agree with that. But also, because of this, for the lack of incentive, the people who produce real kids content are going to stop doing it. And we are going to have, out of fear, we are going to have to start marking our own videos like for kids when they were not intended for kids.
Exactly.
We can talk about vintage toys that we used in our childhood and we keep because we love them and we are collectors, but that doesn't mean that we are making a video directed for kids, right?
Yeah, it's
And what I mean is this. I mean, in videos that are made for adults, where maybe we make jokes for adults, where maybe we curse or whatever, you know what I mean?
yeah.
We are going to have to mark those videos for kids, and the kids are going to end up watching videos that wasn't meant for them.
Exactly, and they're not gonna understand.
No, and also, well, then you will have the parents who will later protest because, oh, my kid was watching a video and someone said ass, right? Someone
Yeah.
said fart. Oh my god, how that can happen? I'm sorry.
Poor the moms that find out about Spider-Man and Elsa. Poor them. I hope they have a nice stiff vodka ready.
Yeah.
But anyway. So, yeah. So this kind of means, guys, we are going to continue, but how can I say this? We're going to start doing other things as well. I'm going to start working more on the Nerdy Eye Candy series, which I posted the first one, and I'm working currently on the second. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And well, we have, I don't know, a Spider-Man figure. We have some other figures that we're going to show. We're going to have to bite our teeth and mark them for kids. And as a result, those are not going to be sent out through notifications. So the best way to know when we post, guys, is to follow our social media. I will have down in the description the links to all of my social media, so my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, linked all down below. And hopefully that way you will know when we post those videos. And I don't know what else to say because go ahead.
You can say this. We are going to post the links to our social media, our channels, etc. But also first, before those links, we are going to post the links to a petition that is being made to the FTC to revise this act, this law.
Yeah.
To ask them to distinguish, to differentiate kids content from content that can be attractive for kids, not to put everything on the same bag.
Yeah.
And other different things that some YouTubers have been working on. One of them is a lawyer, so it's something well legally redacted, etc. So we ask you to please participate in that petition.
Yeah.
To help channels like ours and others that you may enjoy. And because also otherwise YouTube all of the sudden is going to stop having real kids content, and also people like us who don't make kids content are going to have to be more limited for fear of being punished wrongfully.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm going to more than likely have to put my dollhouse collection as for kids. And that collection is by no means for kids. I'm sorry, I don't see how an 8-year-old is going to be able to put together that giant jigsaw of a puzzle. Sorry, I just don't see it. And more when you look in the magazine and you see that it's written at least, I don't know, it's written at a higher level. An 8-year-old wouldn't be able to read it and understand it completely. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just an example, guys. But yeah, we're going to continue. Stay tuned. More stuff will be coming out. And well, there's one more thing I wanted to say, but the stuff that's going to be coming out next will be things that are going to take more time. I don't know how to say it better than that. And so as a result, before we were able to kind of put out a video a day or every other day, and maybe with these videos it won't be so often, but I think it will be more worth it. Is that a good way to put it?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, in part, we are excited for the challenge of the change. We have been waiting to do many other things that we wanted to do, and for having to do the collections all the time that are going out now, we couldn't do. But at the same time, what sucks is not being able to choose to do that, but being forced to do that out of fear of something that is totally unfair, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That YouTube could have handled better, since for starters it's their fault, right?
Yeah.
And YouTube wouldn't be nothing without the content creators.
Exactly.
And now they are betraying all the content creators.
Yeah.
It's just that easy. And tomorrow they will come for, I don't know, some others, because, well, political channels have been having problems already.
Yeah, I mean, first being too political was bad, then being too adult was bad, now being family friendly is bad.
First, everything had to be family friendly, and now being family friendly means maybe you are for kids.
Yeah, I mean, what does, I mean, on one, it's like amazing. It's like they keep putting the hoop higher and higher, and it's like, really, guys? I don't know. But YouTube is acting horrible. But what's the surprise? Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Well, guys, if this is your first video, I'm sorry to give you a bucket of, well, this isn't exactly pleasant. But if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell. Who knows? Maybe it will work. Maybe.
Depending on the video.
Depending on the video. Who knows?
Or if they revise this, let's hope that, right, they will keep working on this, because this affects YouTube too. It's not only the content creators. Yeah, it affects the content creators, but I mean, YouTube also is going to lose money on this.
No, obviously.
It's ridiculous.
And well, leave a like to support, and make sure to go on over and subscribe to my husband's channel, which is called COSASPARATENER. I will have his links down in the description below, along with his social media.
But mostly sign the petition.
Yeah.
And we will also include, the FTC is taking letters that you can send, their mails, messages, etc. So be polite, be respectful.
Yeah.
Try to be clear and tell them that they can't put everyone on the same bag. They can't force people who makes videos for adults to make them for kids just because, I don't know, they show maybe a toy but without kids language, etc.
Yeah.
So you can also leave them a comment, a message, or something. We will leave the link of the petition and the link of the FTC there.
Yeah. And well, guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye.